The varroa mite is the single most detrimental factor that is often seen with overwintering losses or a decline of the hive health. But another critical aspect is the nutrition and forage that we're seeing. They're losing a lot of that due, whether it be urban sprawl, or we're changing a lot of what might have been traditionally grasslands over to broadacre crops, and so the bees are losing a lot of forage and habitat area. There's a multifaceted problems facing the bees today, whether it be mites, whether it be the nutrition and habitat, whether it's even some of the pesticides that are placed in the hives, like the miticides, can often have some adverse effects on the hives.
What we can do to control varroa, there are a number of different aspects. First, we have to consider integrated pest management as the philosophy we need to control mites. And that means we need to use some combination of appropriate combination of chemical controls, biological, cultural, and physical. And so there are many different things you can do in each of those categories. You don't want to rely on chemicals to control mites exclusively. You need to incorporate non-chemical options like breaking the life cycle of the mite, or using naturally derived products as well as synthetic products at different times. And use really good monitoring methods so you know the levels of concern and when to react as well. Timing is very important for managing mites. We've got several promising ones. We have new molecules that are being screened for potential use as varroicides. So in other words, chemicals we can use to control varroa mites in the hives. That's a promising area. We also have a hive instrumentation project which will allow us to monitor the environment inside the hive and around it, and this is all indicative of, all this can be remotely monitored, so we can sit behind a computer in one part of the world and see what's going on in the hive from another part of the world. And that will give us early warning of effects happening to the hives, things that are not normal, and then we can take corrective action to fix it. So that's a huge benefit to beekeepers. So that's a promising area. Also, bee repellent research is promising as well. And that is where we have naturally occurring compounds which we can hopefully develop into a product that you can spray or somehow apply to crops when there may be bees present and we want to keep them out of that area while we apply a crop protection product.